Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new series. So, with my old devlogs, they were a lot more simple, more basic. In this brand new series, we might not be putting out as much devlogs, but we're gonna be putting out a lot more high quality devlogs. So, I'm still working on my dream RPG, Kira Legends, and this is split into 7 kind of seasons, if you want to say. So, this is the first part slash season where I make the first part of the story out of 7 parts, and this episode right here is about how I create this beautiful house you see right here. So let's get started. So I want to explain how how I made this house. So I had a blend file where I made every single prop for the house here, and I just modeled every single thing I think the house would need. So we got a bookshelf right here. And the thing is, it's not that complicated, especially if you're doing low poly. You just have to be smart with what you're doing. It's just about a bunch of cubes. As you can see, the bed, it's just like a red cube, a white cube. It's just being smart where you put these shapes. You don't have to be that great of a 3D modeler to get away with stuff like this. As you can see right here, it turns out pretty well. It fits the graphical style. The plants, the pots are just like a cylinder with a little hole in it. And so is the table. It's just a cylinder with other sticks connected to it. And then actually, as you can tell, the outside lighting might be terrible, but it's lighting the outside, and we got this model for the wall too, as you can see right here. And the hard part was really lighting this level, so I had to create windows so I can get outside light. That's how I modeled the interior, because I can't really light closed scenes. But yeah, as you can tell, it's nothing really complicated here. It's just a bunch of shapes working together to make something that looks good. And we even got like a little fridge here just for some, even though it's like medieval times, to make it a bit funny, we got some fridge here. And as you can see, it's like the chairs are just a bunch of squares and everything. It's nothing too complicated. You guys don't have to overcomplicate it when you're making these things. So, as we got a chair here, you can see it's like a square with rectangles connected to it. It's just being smart where things go. Like this is just a bunch of cubes. The fridge just is a cube with a handle on it. It's nothing complicated, guys. You just gotta be smart with where you put your things. Okay, so right about here is when I start modeling the main character, who is named Kai, modeling his dad. So I'm just modeling out the base proportions before I actually start texturing the character and bringing him to life. And I want to give him a pretty big head right here. So I learned how to create low poly models in this style from a guy named Amphisia, and I can put a link to his video in the description. I also learned how to make characters from a guy named Grant Abbott. He's a really good 3D modeler. And right here, I just wanted to give him some short and stubby proportions, just like the main character. Maybe a bit bulkier than the main character because he's the dad. And just adjusting the proportions to what I think would fit how I want them to be. It doesn't have to be realistic, it's the proportions you want your character to look like, because this is your game that you're working on. So I really like to also give them big feet, big heads, because that gives them a lot of nice characteristics to it. So right here I'm adding in a color palette. I'm going to texture the character, the same color palette I use for my main character, and I just want to give him a good base color, some shirt color and a belt color, and giving him some basic pant color. So texturing it is really simple, but it really adds the character to life. That's what makes the character your own. And I'm trying to find what skin color I think would go best with the character, something similar to the main character right here. And right here I'm adding in some eyes, and I want to give him some pretty thick eyebrows because that adds a lot of expression to your characters. And I know the main character doesn't have it, but not every character needs thick eyebrows, but I'm giving him a beard too because that's going to give him some experience. I was thinking a bald bearded dude would be good for the dad. And right here, as you can see, I got the finished beard and everything. Now, I'm just adding some adjustments, seeing what I want to do before I get rid of symmetry. And I'm adding in like a little skeleton right here for the belt, as you can see. And it might not be the best topology, but don't worry about it too much if you're doing low poly. For the most part, it'll be fine. And then you can add some armor plates right here, as you can see. Just texturing everything I need before I break symmetry. I saved the project just in case I mess anything up. I break symmetry. And I was thinking I want to add a dragon tattoo just like the main character has, because, you know, it's your dad. Maybe he has a dragon tattoo as well. I want it to be more unique, so I'm trying to put it on his eye right here. I'm using the cut shape, and I want to give it a different color because that makes it more unique, obviously. And as you can see, it's the same tattoo your main character has, however, it's on their face. And then yeah, that's basically what I did to finish up the character. Here's the rest of the time lapse. Before I get started with the rest of the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Alan, the creator of RPG Music Essentials. Every single soundtrack you hear in my game is just a sample of what you can get on the marketplace for ordering this pack. It is a huge asset to my game, and it adds so much to the game, so I can't be thankful enough for his work. For only $10 too. So thank you a lot. I hope you hear this video, and I'll be definitely putting you in the credits. Thank you, Alan. Wrapping things up, me and my dad added some voice acting to this cinematic cutscene that I was working on for quite a while here. I even added some basic dialogue for the game when you talk to the dad. And I added a basic ladder system that you'll see pretty soon. Right here. This one actually took a while to make the ladder system. I don't know why, it's actually a more complicated thing. Added a quick, simple little basement right here just to finish things up as finishing touches right here. And then I created the outside model for Kai's house right here. Now, this is an overview of everything I've done. I'm about to show you guys the finished housing in all its glory. So get ready, sit back, and relax.
Well, look who's a sleepyhead right now. Kai, wake up.
Let me go back to sleep.
We don't got time to waste. Today's very important. Stop kissing your pillow. Wake up!
Alright, jeez, I'm getting up.